Hey everybody, welcome to another Talking Stocks After the Close with Dr. Arjun and Kamal, coast to coast and across the globe. We will bring you today's wrap and try to talk about the week in perspective. Even though February ended with a rather strong couple of days, I think we're still down slightly on the month of February, but that's really not the main point. The main point is what we did today, yesterday. What
Yeah,
a turnaround! I don't remember 2 days like this back to back, maybe ever. I don't know. Can you remember such a day, Arjun?
not since I've been doing this.
Two
No,
days, 2 days like this back to back.
7%, just about crazy.
Kamal, do you remember such two such days?
No, no. I just want to keep seeing those type of days going forward.
Maybe Christmas 2018 might have been close. I think we had two big days like similar to this. I don't know if it was quite.
I think a lot of bears or a lot of shorts are covering, which is fueling this rally.
That's
Yeah,
probably
You
true.
know,
Yeah, yeah.
like people saying, you know what, this is really great profit as far as being short.
sure.
Right.
So they're covering, and
Going long.
it's fueling
At
the
the same
market.
time as they cover, they're going long.
Yeah, people are buying.
It was a good squeeze for sure. Yeah, I think it was maybe a variety of reasons. I did see a lot of puts being unwound and sold yesterday. And today it was kind of mixed. It was like 50-50. A lot of short term puts were sold, but there were some longer term ones open. So I think the tape is pretty mixed on a medium term, but short term it looks bullish, definitely.
Yeah, short term, it does look bullish. And I think long term, intermediate term, it looks bullish.
Yeah, that's where I need to read a little bit more and do some
I,
research.
I'm convinced
Short term bull.
I'm convinced we're going to make new highs shortly.
That's quite the call. I mean, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
Great start though. I mean, today was excellent. Yep.
new highs by mid-year. Why not? I mean, at the rate we're going, it might be before mid-year.
At the rate we're going, could be by end of March.
That's right.
It'll be Monday.
Not Monday, but end of March.
20% Monday.
Well, the S&P was up a whopping 2.24% today, up 95.96 points. The Dow is up a whopping 2.5%, 834 points. I don't remember a close like that in the longest time. The Nasdaq up 1.64% to 221 points, and the Russell up 2.19% at 43.78. Wow, that's all I can say as well. Let's get to a couple of the charts, but first let's look at some of the trending tickers. I'd like to see what's trending on Yahoo. And on Yahoo, Square was number one trending ticker, now called Block, the old Square. Foot Locker, Beyond Meat is taking it on the chin. I guess in good times, people want to dig their teeth into some good beef. Etsy is prominent, up 20 today, a 16% jump after being sold off. Open continues to slump. What's with Open? I mean, nobody going out to eat dinner? I guess not. But I thought we're coming out. Isn't this a good stock to be in coming out of the COVID?
Wait, which stock?
Open Door Technologies.
I don't even know what they do.
Isn't that where you make your reservations, or am I confused?
No, that's Open Table.
Oh, that's Open Table. I don't know what Open Door is. Excuse me. All right, AbbVie is up. All the big pharma, I believe, had a good day today. The miners had a good day. Freeport McMoran up 6%. U.S. Steel up a whopping 10%. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. J&J up 5%. You name it, it's up today. and Nvidia up, well, by just a little, 1%. Nvidia has not been doing great.
They just got cyber attacked today.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the chart on Beyond Meat, just for the hell of it. I wasn't going to do this one, but it caught my eye.
Fake meat. We're charting the fake meat.
Yeah, I mean, I've never tasted any of their products. Have you?
I have not tasted it, but I bought into the stocks and I sold at heavy losses. Honestly, last year,
Uh,
so, so I bought the meat from the supermarket and whatnot, and when we tried to cook it at home, it smelled terrible.
Yeah, it's not great.
It smelled
It's not
so
great.
bad. I ended up throwing it away. We did not eat it. We tried it
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah.
And
you should have done that before you bought the stuff.
I agree. I lost heavy on Beyond Meat.
So in January, I was shorting this, Rivian, and Roblox. Those were my three.
This one, it looks like you can continue to short this one.
Yeah. I laid off it because it reached new lows. So I was like,
where's the bottom on this one? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I mean, in
these are
theory,
high data.
In theory, they had a good, a good like sell a good like marketing thing, to save the planet and the cows and whatnot. But practically, when you cook their meat, it smelled horrible. I had to throw it away.
Well, maybe the trick is, you got to hold your nose when you eat it. Kind of like taking cod liver oil. I used to hold my nose and swallow it as a kid.
I'm not a fan of the product. I'm not a fan of their financials either. I was looking at them on FinViz. I think they're pretty overvalued from what
it looks like we're at an all-time low today.
Yeah.
An all-time low on Beyond Meat.
Yeah, they don't make money. They don't sell enough to justify the 3.5 billion.
The chances are pretty good that it's going to continue to go down.
Yeah. It was a fun one to short. I may try to get a relief pop to short again.
You might get a little bounce here because it closed above its all-time low, I think. Let's see. 45. No, it didn't. It closed below its previous low, its all-time low. So I don't like this one, not even for a short-term bounce. It's got such enormous momentum. If I was short this, I wouldn't cover.
Yeah. So what's really funny is I actually think Roblox and this stock are basically the exact same stock. If you just took away everything you knew about them, in the short term, the charts tend to look pretty similar. I mean, they were pumped and then they just kind of started falling the same way. It's a little uncanny. Their prices were pretty similar too. It's just an interesting comparison.
Yeah.
But I like Roblox better because I like the.
I took a position last week in Roblox and I added to it a couple of times already. So I'm actually ahead on my average in.
That's good. Yeah.
But I intend to ride this one to 100.
Yeah, I think you'll get that eventually. I think this is a much, much better buy than Beyond.
Yeah, I mean the chart looks a little shitty, no doubt.
Yeah, neither chart. That's what I was saying. It's like if you didn't know the company, you'd be like short them. But,
I would not. Even off the chart, the other chart looks more devastating to me than this.
Yeah, one. That's true. And the problem with these stocks, the high beta ones, is they can pop like crazy. They're so volatile. It's not.
My buy yesterday. When did I buy it? Yesterday, 155. I can't believe it.
Excellent.
That was a good pickup.
Nice buy.
Yeah, and today it tried to sell off and came right back to a small gain, 1.3% up to 164.85. Apple is, anytime you can get Apple on a pullback, just buy it.
It appears like we discussed earlier that the shorts are covering heavily.
Yes, I don't know who would be short Apple to begin with. You know, it didn't go down as much, nearly as much as the other technology companies. I don't know why anybody would short this one. There's so many better shorts. So that confuses me. Why anybody would short it? Bitcoin
It's
is bouncing back, up 2% today. When Bitcoin is up 2%, you get $750 move because it's 39,154.
Yeah.
But it does look like it's bottomed here, in my opinion.
Really nice candle today with the long tail. Or that's the week. The week, yeah.
It's okay. It's for the week.
Well, it's nice because I like the support that 100-week. It seems to be very strong support there.
Oh, here you see the stepwise up on the higher lows.
Yeah.
For these 3 weeks. And then this is a very important bottom. You see how many hits it's had, how many weekly hits? Tremendous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's had 5 hits back down at that 28,000 level.
Yeah.
So that was a 29,000. So let's say.
It's kind of just
tremendous support at 29,000. So
yeah.
I've been adding to my Bitcoin from, as it went down and now as it's going up. I'm very bullish Bitcoin,
Nice.
along with Mara, along with probably I don't own coin, but I'm bullish coin and I'm bullish MicroStrategy, which I do own.
Yeah.
I'm very bullish this one, which I do finally think hit rock bottom. CRISPR Therapeutics.
Oh, yep.
I think the gene editing stocks are going to lead biotech in its rebound. I can't believe the analysts on CNBC, some of them are whispering biotech. Biotech is the place to be. I'm like in shock when I hear that.
Yeah, that's usually not what you hear in choppy markets. But yeah, nice support.
A couple of them have been saying biotech. So once you start hearing little whispers on the street, that's maybe the time to start paying attention. And when biotech comes back, none will come back stronger than CRISPR and Beam and Intellia. They will be market leaders, sector leaders. So I think this is one that you should own. Our opinions are strictly our own and do not constitute investment advice. Of course, do your own due diligence and check with an advisor before acting. Look at the candle Beam had today. Beam is now $75 compared to CRISPR's, what was it, $65? At one point, they were running neck and neck, nose to nose. They were inseparable. Beam is pulling away, showing its superiority, at least in the eyes of Wall Street. So right now, between the two of them, based on performance alone, I would have to rate Beam the better buy over CRISPR, even though I have more CRISPR than I do Beam. Trying to be objective here. Beam looks better on the charts. And Intellia, let's take a quick look at Intellia. This was a very nice bottom that it put in way back here at 5.9, $56 in May. That proved to be the bottom. I don't think it's going lower than that ever. So I'm very bullish the gene editing stocks. Intellia, let's take a quick look at that one. I'm on the weekly, by the way. Intellia has been bullish since February of 21. I mean, if you stop and look at the sequence of higher lows.
Yeah. It looks like it just needed to fill that gap, and then since then it's stable.
Yeah, it had that huge gap back here at 88, 83. And once it filled that, I think it's gonna be a 100+ stock going forward. It's already 96.
Yeah. It's got a good support level coming up on that weekly. Yeah.
Of the big four, I call them the big four in gene editing. This is my third biggest holding, and Editas is my smallest.
Yeah, this one looks nice.
I don't love Editas. Let's take a look at what Kathy Wood has been unloading. Peter Thiel's company is she's been selling it.
I want to be a buyer here soon, actually.
Kathy's been selling like millions of shares.
Yeah, well, if you inverse her the last year, you've been doing great. But yeah, I think I like the risk reward coming up soon. I would love to buy at 10 if I can get 10, but I might even try my hand at 10.50 or 10.75. I just think that you might have immense upside here.
I think the upside is good, but I do think it may actually test this lower level here at about 890.
I'd be willing to buy it with a tight stop.
Yeah.
I like the risk reward.
Some analysts on the street are saying this is a $5 stock.
Yeah, I don't buy that.
Well, yeah, some respected analysts.
Yeah, maybe they just want to buy it.
Maybe. I don't know. But it makes you wonder when Kathy Wood was so bullish and so outspokenly bullish on this one, for her to be giving up on it like this, very bad omen. Very bad omen. This was her favorite. It's in every one of her funds. Now, ARK K, ARK G, ARK this, ARK that, pick a letter. You find Palantir.
Could you check ARDX?
That's a bio, right? Ardelex, yeah, 78 cents. Where's it going? I have the weekly still, and we have this downward momentum. We had a downward move off of a huge down day, a little bounce back week, and continuing to make new lows with a bounce back today that I'm not sure that I believe.
So somebody's saying that they have an FDA on Monday. FDA, I guess, approval.
Oh, they're at PDUFA?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you get a pop on this, it could pop very, very sharply up to this $2 level. It's possible. And if that happens, even if it pops to the 100-day at about $1.20, I think it's time to take some profits if you're in it for the PDUFA.
I see.
So that in fact, if I owned this one, if I was in it for the PDUFA, I would probably sell on positive news pre-market, because it tends to go down after that. It's no matter how good the news is, it sells off.
Sells the news, right?
It's incredible, biotech. It's so predictable that you say this time it's going to be different. This time it's going to be different, but it's never different.
True.
Just sells off.
Heath also was interested in IRNT. IRNT.
M.
N as in Nancy.
And
never heard of this one. What is this?
$6 stock.
Look at that volume at the bottom. Oh my
17.5% today.
Is this a penny stock? What is this?
So we've got a rounded bottom. Week after week, it put in an absolute bottom right here at 265.
Can we go to the daily? This is confusing.
It's an interesting looking chart. It really looks like if it takes a close above this red bar here, close above 737, it first looks like it could have legs, at least to the $10 level. It has some very bullish look to it. The daily does not look quite as bullish, but the weekly looks extremely bullish. Not that it looks bearish, it still looks bullish.
Well, most of the stocks today and yesterday moved up.
Sure. And if it didn't, that's very bad.
Did it fill the gap?
This one?
No, the gap over there. Yeah. What's the low there? 632.
680 would be necessary to fill the gap.
Yeah, the low was 632, so that's fine.
Forget the low. It's where it closed. That's how you judge gap fills.
Yeah, but I give it benefit of the doubt if I'm in that vicinity. Yeah, it filled it easily, 712.
Yeah. It's very bullish, except it didn't like the 100-day, and it's going to have to prove it by going across that 100-day.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy it yet. I would wait for a little pullback.
Linda also added XXII.
XX20 XXII. That's a cigarette company.
Yeah.
20th century. 20th
That's
century.
the healthy cigarette company. Just kidding.
Yeah, the low low nicotine. Very low nicotine, VLN, whatever they call it.
It's good for you.
Yeah, it's healthy cigarettes, or less unhealthy, whatever. This one will probably get taken out eventually by probably Philip Morris or somebody, because they have a lot of patents and they know how to grow the stuff with low nicotine. So probably better than anybody else does. But the market doesn't seem to support it. It has this ABC correction, A, B up here, C down here. But it aborted that correction with this big green candle. Normally an ABC would bring you lower, but so it does look like the correction is over along with everybody else. But I can't see being extremely bullish off of this chart. It just came up to trend line. It did cross it today, yeah. It looks okay, on this one. I know this has been around forever, and this has been, pops from $1 to $4 and then back to $1 again. People make money in it. You got to be patient, wait for the pops or a buyout, which may eventually happen. But off the chart, yeah, nothing. I'm not getting excited about this one, but yeah. What else?
So the bellwether of the market, Amazon. How do you see this unfolding the next, few
Amazon, it's I own so much of it, and I'm basically treading water with it.
Me too.
Yeah,
I'm in the red actually right now with Amazon.
I might be slightly in the red. I don't know, but basically treading water. I mean, this was a very encouraging candle yesterday, but we've had pops like this before. I feel secure owning Amazon because Amazon is a juggernaut. It is a beast, and it's just a matter of time before it breaks out. And in a downward market, it's not going to go down as much as everything else. So yeah, I like Amazon, with or without the chart. I'm in it to win it with Amazon. I'm not selling any until after the 20 to 1 split when it hits 4,000.
Is that announced, or is that like just?
I just announced it. What are you talking about?
Okay, fine.
You heard it. You heard it here. 20 to 1 reverse split when it hits 4,000.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I believe you.
Your 100 shares of Amazon is going to be worth 2,000 shares. All right. What about take a look at the spiders? I think we have to look at that.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, up 2.16% today. And I tweeted out that I thought it would run unobstructed basically up to the 100, which is at 456. So I think I tweeted out 455. We're good to see 455 before we might hit some resistance here for Amazon. So
yeah, I'm gonna be calling something
Interest
different. I'm gonna say the 200-day is gonna end up being resistance, and I think it might even be resistance before that.
this is a 9. This is the 100. This is a 50. No, this is 100.
Yeah, we're not. I don't think we're getting that high. I think
I'm
440,
confused. That's
444.
100. I meant the 200. 200 is resistance, correct?
Yeah, I
No,
don't.
no, this line. I don't know what color this. So this is a 20-day.
Yeah, that's also resistance. Yeah.
20-day exponential moving average. I coded the 20. I drew the 20 EMA because for some reason people like that more than the 20 moving average, simple moving.
Yeah.
Only because of that this is what is more popular for whatever reason. So I coded that one. Yeah, that's where I see some resistance first.
Yeah.
Before 445. So the 20 would be 441. We get a little resistance here. We go through that. 445 is a big one to take out. Take out 445, it's off to the races. We've got to get past this resistance up here, though.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see 410 before we see 465. That's my prediction.
Could be.
But you see, like end of January, you see those 4 green candles right on top of each other?
Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about yesterday. I was talking about how the move from the bottom, the volume supported a move around up to what we got to today. And the volume back in January supported a move that was about 38 points. And I thought this month, what I was saying yesterday is you take 40% of that, you get to about 440, 30 points. So that's why I think we kind of get a top around here. I'm not saying that we can't go higher eventually, but I think we're going to have to pull back and retest the lows again, in my opinion, if we want to get to 465 or higher. So
you're just looking for a pullback.
We have a double top right here.
Right, I see that.
Yeah, so I'm not really hopeful. I think this moved a little too violently up too quick. It's just my feeling. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not betting it either way. I'm pretty much in cash right now, but I have a feeling we're going to reverse back, try this level again. If we bust through it the second time, great. If not,
I wouldn't be surprised if we pulled all the way back to 421 before moving back.
Yeah, exactly. That was the pivot point. I think that's likely. Yeah.
Yeah. The middle, the bottom of
I think there is plenty of people like Arjun not believing in this bullish move the past couple of days, and they're looking for like a pullback to get back in. It's the psychological.
That's true.
But I think the exact opposite can easily be argued. That there's still a bull market mindset that's very pervasive from the last year and a half, and we're in by the dip territory mentally when maybe we shouldn't be. So I have
to correct you because there are less bulls right now than there was in February of 2020. In the height of the COVID pullback.
Yeah, but I think there's still plenty of bulls.
There's always going to be bulls, but the number of bulls is very low, relatively speaking.
I still think there's more bulls than bears. That's my take.
A lot of probably.
And I think that matters. Well, whatever. I mean, we've been disagreeing for weeks. We'll see what happens. I think it's a healthy disagreement.
I don't disagree that we could retest this 420 level.
It's not an agreement. It's a discussion.
I think we have to test that level if we want to go way up. Like, I don't think it's a healthy move in a market to just schizophrenically go straight up. It just doesn't make sense.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
The odds probably favor retest of 420 before 445.
That's what I think is the most likely outcome from
which is which means short term where we could be a little bearish short term. very short term.
Yeah, it was why I didn't want to buy today. And if I'm wrong, I'm okay with that, I guess. But I just see the likelihood of going down next week. As first of all, not
likely. It's very likely we go back down to 420.
I always think that Fridays usually is a down day, usually because people don't want to keep their money in the market over the weekend. But the fact that today, which is a Friday, was an up day, I'm very optimistic toward next week.
Yeah, well, last Friday was an up day too, if you look right in here.
Yeah, I think that's maybe an oversimplification is my take. Yeah.
But in general, people get nervous when there's a lot going on, like a war, and start selling on a Friday. But that didn't happen.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. That's my point.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, next week should be very interesting. I think I'll have a good chance to get in next week.
So we're ready to wrap up. I want to thank everyone for coming today. Biotech, Keith Cobb, Kamal, Linda, Tom, and everyone else who showed up today and watching us live.
Have a nice weekend, guys.
Have a great weekend. See you all on Monday. Remember, every day at
4
till 4:30 is Talking Stocks with Dr.
Every weekday.
Kamal, every weekday, not the weekend. Yeah. Thanks for the correction. So we'll see you Monday. And don't forget to subscribe. And as always, do your own due diligence. Our opinions are strictly our own. I said that before, but I'll say it again. And tell your friends about us. See you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Ciao. Thank you.